Give him the old hee-ho. All right. Yes, sir. Nice freaking Nenue one. All right, guys. We are fishing some of the sketchiest freaking cliffs out here in Hawaii right now. But you know what? We's gonna catch a dozer. The dozerest dozy of them all. Lurks in these waters. Out here on the ledge. I pledge to the edge. Give me the fish. First we got to get down here. And that is freaking hard, y'all. You got to be into the dangerous. You got to be into the danger. Oh, these cliffs are crumbling. Gotta watch the water for a little bit while I get set up. Be watching the water. Right here, we're kind of in a dry zone. This is where I was fishing the other week when I hooked that fat Nenue. That big ol' Nenue. That was a freaking dozer. I heard there's bigger ones though. You know, people sent me pictures of theirs. Some people sent me some pictures of their 10-pounders. But hell, that was a good fish for me. That was my biggest one ever. I was proud of it. Like I said, I'm just gonna kind of examine this zone for a little bit. Make sure I ain't doing nothing too treacherous. Maybe I could see me a nice, you know what would be really killer is to catch a surge wrasse today. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, everybody. We got some big surf fishing here. Oh man, I'm about 20 feet up right now from the water's edge. Come on, good luck. Good luck. All right, we're gonna switch them up for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and go with a float, leader, and some weights at the bottom, and fish right here in this whitewash. Not too far offshore here, you know, either. I wanna about 10 feet up off the rocks. We'll get it dialed in. There we go. Right there in the zone. Got him. Hoggy. Oh no, big old Kupipi. Look at that freaking dozer Kupipi. Dude. Dozer. Look at that guy. It's like a whole freaking hand. Oh. So that's one shaka freaking big. I have to go over here and unhook them. That's a nice fish. Nice Kupipi. That's freaking record right there. Look at that. He's pooping in my hand and everything. That freaking 1 pound Kupipi. It's kind of big to be calling it a peepee, huh? Oh, sheesh. Hey, check out this freaking Kupipi. This thing is freaking dozer. I mean, for what kind of fish it is, this thing is freaking giant. That's gotta be like almost 1 pound Kupipi. Look at that. Boom, like I said, Like freaking one shaka big. Yeah, I'm gonna be catching that evening bite pretty soon. I got out here about, I don't know what time it was, almost 2 o'clock. Waiting for about that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock time. Seems like the water always kind of mellows out just a little bit coming nightfall. The bite kind of turns on a little bit. But we got ourselves one nice fish right now. Pretty nice. Hopefully we hook into a freaking monster right before, just like last time, right before we're done. I'm ready anytime. Yeah, I got took. Yep, I think the bite's gonna be turning on pretty soon. Oh, look at those guys, 2 boats back to back right there. Think they're together? You think they're on the competition, chasing each other. One guy telling the other one, hoping to catch one in that boat's wake. I bet you that's what's going on. I feel like if I was fishing and I seen somebody like tailing me, it would be because I think those pelagic fish, they swim up towards that turbulence and then they see the lures, you know, and then they grab them, you know. So you got somebody back to back in this guy right here. Look at him. He's about 200 yards behind this guy right here in front of me now. Fish on. Got one. What was that, another fat Kupipi? Yeah. Those are Kupipis in here. Oh jeez, these are like some of the biggest ones I ever caught. These are freaking like plate sized. Look at that guy. Not as big as the last one, but still a nice one. Yeah, it's still about 1 shaka big. Nice sized fish. I'm happy catching these guys. Look at that. Nice colors to them. Killer. These are perfect eating size too for them, you know. Nice big, actually make a meal out of them. Nice sized fish though. I'm happy with them. At least I'm catching something besides freaking hoggy. Tell you what, those guys, they get annoying after a while. But that is a nice size freaking Kupipi. Show you how big these guys are. Look at that, they're the size at the bottom of my bucket right here. 2 of them. Actually, the second one might be a little bit bigger. I don't know. Fatter, if anything. Oh man, nice. Double shakas. I got something that's got a little weight behind it, guys. Ooh. Yes, come on. Come on, let me get it. I've been putting in work, everybody. Oh, came off! No! I was fighting it too hard. I was fighting it too hard. Oh, bro, it broke 25-pound test. Well, I was fighting that fish too hard. And there's a rock straight down here, and he got right on that rock and rubbed me off. Frick, dude. That's some weight behind it. Man. It's always a bummer not knowing what you freaking had, huh? Damn. I've been fishing all freaking day for that bite. It's a gray huma. Nice, small one, but it's actually pretty nice. I wonder if that's what I had earlier, just a freaking absolute dozer one. Dude, hell yeah. One gray huma. Yes, sir. These guys are freaking Ono. Major. That's a good freaking catch. Oh, nice. Some good payout right there. Got an Nenue. Nice one. Crap, he's on that freaking rock. Damn it. Come on, get around that damn rock. There we go. Right in the damn surf. Oh, we got him on this wave. Got him. Got him. That healthy one. Oh, no way. Oh, brah. Broke my hook off. Yep. Frick! That was like a 5 pound, probably 4 pound Nenue. Screaming line. Dang it. Things freaking pull you into the rocks. Rip line. Their mouths aren't very big, so it's hard to catch a bite. And then when you get hooked up, they kind of got small or soft mouths, and so they get off. And so it's like I played that guy, got him in. Got him all the way into this freaking rock right here, this big rock. He sucked up against the rock. Then, you know, I'm fighting this current right here. Then he was able to come right here. And right where that flat rock is right there, I got him up there, and then he just freaking popped off my hook. Just came right off, took my line. My hook actually broke, so I don't know. Maybe a crappy knot. It was a nice size one though. I bet you that was a 4 or 5 pounder. It was big. He was ripping some freaking line. These guys are freaking awesome fights. Like I said though, that's why I like fishing for them so much, is because they scrap so freaking hard. They're smart. All right, let's see if we can freaking repeat that. I'm not gonna lie, that's slightly heartbreaking. Back to the sea, you know. Damn it. Nope. Okay. It's a nice one. Nice one. Okay. Give him the old hee-ho. All right. Yes, sir. Nice freaking Nenue one. Dude, dozers. Dozers. All right. That's a fatty one. Look at that. All right. Yes, sir. Oh, finally. Finally a freaking nice Nenue. See, look at, oh man, he's flicking shit all over me. Finally. Boom. That's a nice one. Look at that. Double shocker. Got the double shocker size. See See, look, they get hooked right here on the side of the mouth. And look at this hook. It just goes like this. Boom. See, look how easy that comes out, right? Pretty freaking easy. These things are some floppy bastards. They don't like to be touched, although any fish doesn't, but all right, look at them. Nice. Yes, that makes me happy. Making me happy. All right. Nenue poke for dinner. Yes, sir. Wasn't as big as that first one I caught. That first one was a freaking monster. That's why he broke me off. But man, these guys are good fighters. Pulling a little bit of line. I want to put a little bit of line, not a lot. Not like that first one was pulling. Hey, that's a perfect eater size. Those are the ones you're looking for. I was able to watch that guy come up and eat it too. That's the way you like it, you know. It's that way. It's like right when they're chasing it, right when you watch that bait disappear, you can set the hook, you know. There's some nice ones in that school. Oh, dude, on already. Yes, instant action. That's what's up. That freaker, it took as soon as it hit the water. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about, right? Get that competition bite going on. Boom. These are actually the perfect eater size ones right here. These guys, nice young one. Look at that. Oh, look at that Play-Doh factory right on my hand. Oh. Oops. He Play-Doh factored me. Brown Play-Doh. Don't want to drop him into one of those cracks. Careful. Yes, bro. That's awesome. Nice. Oh, I can feel his heartbeat. The hoggy are in the area now. They've been attracted. Hopefully there's not a big old school down there. Usually is, huh? Got him. Nenue. Oh, he came up. No. I got him still. Got him. Got him. Yes, sir. All right. Nenue. Blue. Look how blue that one is. Hell yeah. Oh, look at that. I hooked him in the freaking eye. Almost, anyways. All right, for tonight's dinner, we're going to be having yesterday's catch, which was the big old Kupipis that we caught. And that nice size Nenue. I went ahead and filleted the Nenues, so that way we can turn them into ceviche. And we're gonna pan fry these guys. We're actually gonna cook them in the wok in some grease and stuff like that. Gonna be pretty good. But I'm looking forward to this ceviche. Look how nice those fillets look. We're gonna be mixing it up with tomatoes, some cilantro, some jalapeno, avocado, green onions, cucumbers, lemons, onion, some lime juice and some clamato. Then we're gonna be eating it up on some tostadas. So now I'm just gonna clean up the fish. Like I took the skin off, and it's just got a couple bones right here in the center, really just up to about right here. So I'm just gonna kind of take them out of there, quick and easy. All right, that's pretty easy. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it in half. So that was just the 2 pieces anyways, right there on that, the middle there. And then I'm gonna cut it up into pretty much just bite-sized pieces, perfect for, you know, like poke-sized pieces, what you want to go with. So I'm just gonna cut those halves in half. So I'm just gonna take these pieces I had here and just cut them up into bite-sized pieces. So this is like pretty much like the size you'd be working with, you know. So we're gonna add about 2 cups of lime juice, 100%. I don't really know how much this is. We might be putting a little less than 2 cups. Just barely, like 1 and, that's actually pretty much right on the line, 2 cups. Just gonna go ahead and put it in here. And that's gonna be, we're gonna soak that for a little bit, for about 40 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, so we're just gonna chop up these tomatoes. We're pretty much just gonna make them into like 1/4-inch pieces. So like about that size, and then we'll slice them up. We're gonna kind of like look for pieces about that size right there. Like I said, about 1/4-inch is perfect. You don't want them to be too big, because then if you make your stuff that you put in there too big, then it kind of takes away from your bite of fish. You know, you want the fish to be the #1 ingredient, and then everything else just to complement it. Peeled really quick, and then we'll slice it up. Okay, we're gonna de-seed the cucumber here. So we're just gonna kind of cut it into each half into 4ths here. It's just to kind of get the slimy part of the cucumber out of the ceviche. And same thing with the tomato. We're just going to kind of cut them into kind of small pieces, little chunks. Get a big whack here. Alright, next ingredient is going to be a red onion. I'm going to go ahead and cube this guy up. And we're going to use pretty much the majority of the onion. My preference is I always cut it one way all the way, and then cut it the other way all the way. So that way when you make your nice little cubes, it's just one slice down. The same way they kind of make a bloomin' onion, you know? And you see you're left with all that right there. So that way when you cut it, just bam. Look at that. Good looking onion. Alright, we're going to do some green onion. And we don't need a whole ton of green onion because we already have regular onion. You know, it's kind of like for color and, you know, a little bit of extra flavor, because it does have a little bit different flavor than that. So I'm only going to do probably about a half of the stalk. We'll do the tips. Just the tip. We're going to go ahead and cut these kind of small. Alright, we're we're just gonna do one jalapeno because I like spicy, but I don't like too spicy. And I'm gonna remove the seeds because I am a wuss when it comes to hot stuff. So when you remove the seeds, just like the cucumber kinda, just kinda hit them sideways like that. And just cut the vein out like that. I mean, if you get a couple seeds here and there, it's not gonna be the end of the world. You know, it just adds a little bit of heat, you know. And word of caution is when you're doing this right here, do not touch your eyeballs or you will regret it. You'll be in pain for the next hour or so. But, you know, cut them up like that. Hit those ones into halves. Put them together. You can just do them all in one cut. And just like the green onion, you know, kind of just make small pieces. I was going to cut the end off right there. And we don't really got to do too much chopping to this right here. You know, because you kind of want like you just don't want to just chop it up too small. Just a quick chop. Hit them out both ways. And that's about it right there. Okay, so our Nenue has been sitting for 45 minutes now in the lime juice. And now I'm going to cut up some this imitation crab. That's also going to go in there. So we're going to have the Nenue and the crab meat. And we're just going to chop this up. It's still got a little bit of frozen to it. That's alright. It'll unthaw quick. Alright, now that the Nenue has been sitting for about 45 minutes, I got my Nenue here. I have all my ingredients. So I got all my onions and cilantros, tomatoes, onions. Got my fake crab meat. And check out this Nenue though, how it sits in the lime juice. And it kind of cooks it. So it's all turned all white and everything like that. And it's ready to go. Ooh, mouth is watering already. But let's go ahead and start adding in the ingredients. All the extras. We'll add the crab meat first. And then we'll add all these ingredients here. The onion, cucumber, some cilantro, green onion, jalapeno, and last, the tomato. Gonna give it all kind of a stir. Get everything mixed up. Ooh, look at all those colors, huh? That's looking bomb. Okay. Now one more of the weighted ingredients is 2 cups of clamato. Yeah. Let me give it a shake. Make sure there's none of the good stuff on the bottom. Okay. Have that in. Oh yeah. Give that a stir. The very last ingredient that we're going to put in there is 3 of these avocados. Scoop them right out. Put them on top there, like that. Oh, that's looking good, isn't it? And last thing, gonna put about about 1 tablespoon of salt, if that, not even, and about a couple shakes, good shakes of the black pepper. All right, so now that everything's all mixed up, just gonna go ahead and put it back in the fridge for about 30-40 minutes while I fry these fish up. And we're just gonna go ahead and grind on this freaking bowl of ceviche and some fried kupipis. But man, look at this bowl. It's enough to freaking feed an army. You can almost just have that for dinner, but I'm looking forward to having 2 different fishes, 2 different types of ways. Ceviche and fried kupipis. All right. All right, I think this oil is ready to go. I don't know if I could do 1 in here or 2 in here. We'll put 1 in for now. Let's see. I think I can get 2 in there. All right, here's the moment I've been freaking waiting for the last couple hours of preparation. We have the Nenue poke and the fried kupipi. The kupipi turned out pretty good looking. I've really never had it before, and so like I said, I caught some freaking huge ones, and I was just really interested in what they tasted like, so I brought them home to cook them. And I've actually never made ceviche out of Nenue, and so I was either that or poke, and I went with ceviche today, and I'm really excited to try it. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm just gonna throw a couple little sprinkles of some Cholula on there. Gotta have the hot sauce, gotta have it. And then just got some tostada shells, pretty much like chips, corn chips pretty much, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it right on there. Big old chunk of Nenue, couple pieces actually. And all the vegetables are with it. Let's give it a try. Look at that. That looks freaking bomb. Mmm. Mmm. Little juice. Mmm. That right there is like a 10. And the Nenue, look how good that looks. Mmm. The lime juice cooked it perfect. 10 out of 10. That's freaking bomb. That, I think anybody should want to give that a try. Bye. All right, let's try this kupipi. It's got to be good, huh? Fried fish is always good. Let's check out the flaky meat. Got some good flake to it. See a bone already. And the meat is a little bit flaky but semi-mushy, so it's very delicate meat. And I fried it pretty crispy. Got some lemon on it, salt, pepper, garlic. It's all right. Bony. Got small bones in it. If I was to rate it 1 out of 10, I'd probably say 5. I mean, it's probably definitely not going to be the fish I bring home all the time. You know, if I don't catch anything else besides one of these, I'd probably bring it home. Other than that, it's just all right. You know, let him probably live, you know, another day. But tell you what, this freaking poke, I tell you what, this freaking ceviche, that's the one. That is the one. Well, anyways, I hope you guys all liked my video today. My catch and cook. Went out, slayed some Nenues, caught a couple nice kupipis, made some freaking awesome food. But now I'm just gonna kick back and enjoy my food with my wife. And like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. All right.